So today's video lecture is going on the midbrain. In reference to the central nervous system, we have brain and spinal cord. Brain also having three different parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. We are continuing with forebrain, that is prosencephalon. In this forebrain, there are three parts: cerebrum, olfactory lobe, and diencephalon, which we had complete. And second part in the brain is midbrain. So this midbrain is very small part and it is situated in between the forebrain and hindbrain. Hindbrain is just below the midbrain and forebrain is above the midbrain. So let us consider this is diencephalon. Just below the diencephalon there is midbrain, and below the midbrain there is a pons, which is a part of hindbrain. So hindbrain, this diencephalon is a part of forebrain, and this is the location of midbrain. Diagrammatically we can represent this like, suppose this is the cerebrum part, this is brain stem, and this part is cerebellum. Cerebellum is not included in the brain stem. Brain stem is made up of three parts: midbrain, pons, and below the pons, second part is medulla. Medulla is second part of the hindbrain. So these three structures are coming on the same axis, on the linear position. Therefore, this midbrain, pons, and medulla together be known as brain stem. We are focusing on the midbrain, so just after the forebrain, this is the position of midbrain. And below the midbrain, pons and medulla are the parts of hindbrain. Okay, now this is the lateral view. Suppose you are observing from this side of my face, but to study scientifically, we must have to observe the anterior and posterior part of the midbrain. So first of all, let us consider the anterior part. Anterior part means you are looking from the front of my face, so that the part of brain is called as frontal view or anterior view. So let us consider this anterior view consisting on the structure like this. This is cerebrum, that is forebrain, anterior lobe, frontal, knob-shaped structure, and yes, this is your midbrain, and just below the midbrain, this vesical part is pons, and below the pons another vesicle from the medulla, and in the back side, like this is the back side of pons and medulla, and this back side is known as cerebellum. Okay, cerebellum is hemisphere, and this is another hemisphere of the cerebellum. So diagrammatically, when we are observing the anterior position, or when we are observing from the front, the midbrain consisting on many longitudinal bands of the nerve fiber. I am revising once again. When we are observing from the anterior or from the front, midbrain consisting on many tangential bands of the nerve fiber. These tangential bands of the nerve fiber are known as cerebral peduncle. Peduncle means any erect line, any axis on which something is situated. So these are the erect line on which cerebrum is situated, therefore it is called a cerebral peduncle. Okay. Now when we are observing the same structure from the back side, let us consider this is my back side, and you are observing the midbrain from this view. It is called as posterior location. and posteriorly how midbrain is observed. So let us consider this is again cerebrum forebrain. This is midbrain and some part like cerebellum come first because we are observing the posterior part. Cerebellum is posteriorly located. So just below the forebrain, that is just below the diencephalon, this is the midbrain. And point to be noted that from the posterior position, midbrain contains 4 spherical projections. These are those spherical projections. Upper 2 are known as 2 superior colliculi and the lower 2 spherical projections are known as 2 inferior. Superior means above, inferior means below. So these are the 2 inferior colliculi. So there are 4 spherical projections. All the 4 spherical projections are collectively known as corpora. Because they are 4 in number, therefore they are called as quadrigemina. Corpora quadrigemina. Called it corpora quadrigemina. 4 spherical projections which are located from the posterior position of the forebrain. Upper 2 conical projections are superior colliculi, and one more thing you should have to remember that these 2 superior colliculi are responsible for emergence of cranial nerve, which are responsible for our visual reflex. Visual reflex means seeing any object by eyes. So these 2 upper colliculi are responsible for visual reflex, most important thing. And similar to this, the lower or 2 inferior colliculi are responsible for hearing impulses or hearing input. Hearing input means audio input, or it is responsible for audio reflex, which is also called as acoustic reflex. Audio reflex is acoustic reflex. Then we are moving furthermore from the posterior side. When we move deep inside the midbrain, so at the deep more part, tube is coming up. This tube is coming from the 4th ventricle, and 4th ventricle which is present in the hindbrain. So in this hindbrain, from the between brainstem and cerebellum, 4th ventricle was present like this, which contains cerebrospinal fluid. And at the top of midbrain, that is in the diencephalon, there are 2 thalamus which are sidewise situated from each other, and in between these 2 thalamus, 3rd ventricle is situated on the floor of midbrain. So this is suppose the floor of midbrain. Here 3rd ventricle is present. So the tube which join this 4th ventricle and 3rd ventricle, the tube is passing through the midbrain, and this tube comes out from the posterior parts. This tube is open in the 4th ventricle, comes from the it opens in the 3rd ventricle and comes from the 4th ventricle. So this is the tube which contains cerebrospinal fluid, is moving from the posterior part of the midbrain. This tube is known as aqueduct of Sylvius. Yes, call it aqueduct of Sylvius. And this tube is also called as cerebral cerebral aqueduct because it contains the cerebrospinal fluid. So this is what about the posterior part. When we are moving through the anterior part like this, so anteriorly midbrain contain the cerebral peduncle which are tangential bands of the nerve fiber, and posteriorly the midbrain contain tube which is called as cerebral aqueduct or the aqueduct of Sylvius, which contain the cerebrospinal fluid from fourth ventricle to third ventricle. But this tube is situated deep from the posterior part. On the surface of posterior part, the four spherical projections are corpora quadrigemina, two superior for visual reflection and two inferior for the acoustic reflection, or they are also called audio reflection. So in this video we had studied about the forebrain. If we are going further more in detail, then come to this point. If we are observing this midbrain from the side, that is lateral view, so more correct diagram would be like this. This is the side view of the forebrain. This is gut part, that is floor of the midbrain, and yes, this part is like this. It is, or when we are observing which part anteriorly, so this depressed narrow part which is looking here also, this depressed narrow part, peduncle fossa, interpeduncle fossa. Okay, so at the floor of the midbrain, the tangential nerve fiber continue, and the band of tangential nerve fiber on the floor is known as base. So this portion is called as what? Base. At the front or just beside the base, a dark black band is observed. This is dark black because you know that the specific and characteristic color of the cyton is grey. When many more cyton, million and billions of cyton comes together and they are packed densely, then grey color become black. So such type of black bands are present. They are actually aggregation of cell bodies or cyton. So these black bands are known as substantia. Due to black color, it is called as nigra. Substantia nigra. Beside the substantia nigra, the broad area, this broad area is pink in color, and this broad area is known as tegmentum. Yes, call it tegmentum. The area just behind the substantia nigra, and the border like this. This is the border between tegmentum area, and beside the border this area is called as tectum. So at the boundary between tegmentum and tectum, a small opening of the tube is present, and this is the opening of which tube? Cerebral aqueduct or aqueduct of the Sylvius, which carries the cerebrospinal fluid. Some nerve fibers are connecting from substantia nigra to the additional structure which is called as stratum. So that is too much in detail for neat point of examination. This is more than sufficient about the midbrain. Now what are the sensors of midbrain? Which type of inputs are given by the midbrain? Visual reflexes, audio reflexes, and tactile, that is touch responses are also receive or input inside the midbrain. So this is all about. Now next part of the brain is hindbrain, which included pons, medulla and cerebellum. We'll study it in detail in the next lecture.